That was a big win for us tonight. Again, I thought the team, after the Minnesota game, responded with a bunch of individual and team pride. I'm not bashful to say that in my 9 years of head coaching, that Minnesota game was really frustrating. So there was a challenge to be better tonight with our toughness and pride. So just really proud. And I felt like every single player, we played 10 players over 10 minutes. So 10 players played double-figure minutes tonight. I felt like every single person contributed why they were in. 34 points off the bench was really big. And the starters were challenged at halftime, and I thought they played a lot better out of the gate in the third quarter to give us that momentum. You have to try to stop Dallas in the paint. In their wins, they average over 50 points in the paint. In their losses, they're in the 30s. And tonight, we held them to 34 points in the paint, and ourselves got over 50. So big credit to our players who staying in attack mode, our post players who keep battling against a very strong physical team. 2 double-doubles by our starting post game. First double-double in Cam's career against a big physical team, and fighting some foul trouble. And then De'Erica continues to really lead us and stayed in attack mode. So many positives tonight for them to build on, really important as we continue these last couple games in the Commissioner Cup. But more than anything, that unit, that group in that locker room answered the bell and had a lot of pride to step back up and represent this just iconic franchise.
Mike L, first question.
Hey, Coach, Lexi, she was able to get back to her natural spot for another game. What was your thoughts on her performance, knocking down some big shots?
Yeah, best game of the year for Lexi. I'm happy for her because, she looked so back and ready in training camp, but, feeling, to getting back to herself. Just really happy to see the ball go in. She's such a talented shooter. Little pressure taken off in the starting lineup. She battled with Enrique when she was in defensively, but just found an offensive rhythm, and she was hunting her threes tonight. So season high for her in threes. She passed the 900 career point total mark tonight. So just really happy for her. She needed to see the ball go in, and it went in tonight.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Judo County, Sandberg Media. I want to talk about the bench. They had 34 points as a unit. Talk about a little bit about how that was important for this win today.
Yeah, again, I thought our starters struggled in the first half, and certainly out of the gate, Maddie Sechrist put us on our heels. So we were trying to find an answer throughout the game for her. So the bench was huge. Not only did they score, but they gave us energy. Ari kept the tempo up. Lexi found rhythm and scored. Ray, comes in always and brings value. And then Steph Talbot, who we didn't give a run to in the first half, we talked about to her and to the team that Steph was going to get an early look in the second half to maybe disrupt some of their offensive flow, especially with Maddie Sechrist, and she did a tremendous job. And while she didn't score, she really impacted the game. So, and then Lee LaRue was big in the first half. Didn't get her number called in the second half, but she was big in that first half for us in getting some points. So, just really proud of the bench. Didn't play Zaya very many minutes because Lexi got going, but even Zaya in her 2 minutes came in focused and ready to go.
Edwin.
Coach, De'Erica Hamby, you mentioned already, 22 points, 12 rebounds, also led the team in minutes played and tied with 2 steals along with a few other players on the team. How has she been able to impact winning even in a season where there hasn't been as many wins as you'd like? And what was the biggest thing she does on and off the court in terms of leadership to help guide this young team?
Yeah, her experience being around, good teams. Obviously, is a WNBA champion and decorated player with those 6 player awards. she brings instant credibility, but she leads not only by example, she plays hard, she shows up. Again, last year, the only player that played 40 games. She is got a sore back, she is playing and logging a lot of minutes, and we're asking her to continue to do what she does best and use her motor. And I can't be more proud, but she's leading vocally. It's not always easy to lead vocally from the post position. And she's really trying to lead and encourage. She's really an encourager to Cam and a nurturer to try to bring Cam through. This rookie class, we're tired of talking about it, but rookies are going to have an adjustment. And to watch her try to mentor Cam and talk her through things, and Rakia, is just really, really impressive. And you get that naturally more from point guards. So to see it come from the post is, she can't do anything more, than she's doing. Like, she's just been incredibly impressive. And, as we creep closer to the Olympic break, like Dearica Hamby has to be an all-star.
Hi, Coach. Cameron Newby from the Next. You talked a little bit a few games ago about how Rakia is the sixth starter. Now she's moved into the starting lineup. She played a few minutes in the first half, but really got going in the second. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what her offensive presence means, her ability to play multiple positions, and kind of like how she was able to turn it on in the second.
Yeah, again, not easy, right? Like, Maddie Sechrist gets out of the gate well. It was a big key for this game, so we quickly, give Maddie a different look. That's not easy for anyone, a pro, to be pulled early, and she responded and challenged at halftime that we were going to go back to her. We were going to give her back that matchup. We played her some more at the 4, also in the second half, and then she got some favorable offensive matchups and was able to get to the rim and do some things. So we played a little bit of chess tonight with her. But more than anything, proud that the attitude didn't waver. Some people would go to the bench and be like, I got yanked. I had a pretty, short leash tonight with her because of Maddie's start. So just, really proud of her. Again, she's moved into the starting lineup because of some of our concussion protocol and then Lexi's stuff. So, just her future so bright, and excited to work with her. But her learning is in games, and it was great to see her respond tonight.
Last two questions, Eric and then Freda.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Eric Lampkins, the second Culver City Observer. We're officially a quarter of the way through with the season. What's your assessment of the team, and what breeds optimism that you guys are heading in the right direction?
I love the culture that we're trying to create and build. I love that that we're establishing playing hard, and that's not anything that we have to coach. And so I'm really excited about what's building behind the scenes. The wins and the losses will take care of themselves. You look at my track record. One building year in Connecticut. We started in college. It was 1 year at Indiana, and we, tied a school record for wins in Bowling Green. It took 2 years, and then by year 3, we had 9 really, really special years. So I know that it's going to take time, and it doesn't always show up in wins. And I look at this as our first year with a new kind of build on what we're doing. So I love that we're going to have some inconsistency here in May and early June, but we're growing, and we're learning each other. They're learning me. And I see something that could really build down the road, and we want it quicker. It's pro sports, I'm not naive. I'm the 17th coach in 27 years. Do the math. I haven't given people a long time, so we'll get this going.
Hey, Coach, Fredo here with the Sporting Tribune. Overall defensively, you guys did played terrific. You guys were able to hold the Dallas Wings 2-17 from the 3-point line, and as well 9 points in the fourth quarter. What were you guys able to do well, late in the game to, get your third win of the season here?
Yeah, I thought we stayed in place. They can pound you, and there's some stretches, and it's like, oh gosh, Kalani Brown is sealing us inside, and it's hard to stop their high-low game. But we were really we contested well at the arc. This is the second game now. Enrique's going to get her points. She's just an elite special player. but she scored 20 on 30 shots the other night. Now this night she's got 22 on 28 shots. So she scored over 20 points both games against us, but she's had to take 58 shots to do it. So, you know, we're making her work for everything, and, you know, hats off to our individual defenders on how hard they're working on Enrique.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.